All right, let's look at verse 2. Now, Azri, we have again. It's possible this verb yavo is doing double duty. So my help will come, or my help will come e. It could be a data function like to me. And then verse 8, verse 2, Azri. So my help will come. Me aim Adonai. Me aim Adonai. From with. So again, we have the may from. It was min, and the ayin also cannot take a dagesh. From with Adonai. Osei shemayim va'aretz. Osei, it's from the verb asa, to do or to make. So the maker, this is an active participle. The maker, the one who made shemayim va'aretz, heaven and earth. Okay, sorry, I had to pause there for a second. Something happened with my paper. Okay, sorry, had to get a drink. So sorry if the odds jumping around. Verse Gimel. Al yitain. Al meaning not. Yitain from the verb natan, to give. It would have been yintain, and again that noon assimilated. That's why we've got the dagesh in there, the dot. The yod tells us it's third person, so he. So al yitain, he will not give, or he will not assign, he will not set. Lamot. Lamot is to totter, to stumble. Raglecha. Regel is the word here. Regel, reish gimel lamed, means a foot. Raglecha is your foot. He will not set your foot to stumble. And you might be thinking, well, why is it a segol here? Why is it raglecha? Right? Well, what happened is there's the etnachta here, so that makes the vowel lengthen. So the vocal schwa becomes a segol here. He will not assign your foot to stumble, is the way you could understand this as well. Sorry if I'm talking quietly. Just, how things are going lately in the news and stuff. So I'll try to be louder. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Actually, I'm going to pause real quick. I'll check my volume levels. Okay, good. Seems my boost is pretty high on the volume. So hopefully you heard that all okay. I'll bring the microphone a bit closer just to be sure. Okay, and then we have... It's funny, I saw something behind me. I'm like, what is that? But it was my finger. Al, not. Yanum. This is from the verb num, which means to slumber. Al yanum, will not slumber. Just wanted to mute my computer there. Shomecha. This is from the verb shamar. Shamar, to safeguard or to keep. Like, shamor tishmor et yom HaShabbat. You shall indeed keep the Sabbath day. A shomer is someone who keeps. And this developed into a noun, shomer, a watchman. Right? Like a guard, a watchman. Shomecha is the watchman of cha, of you, your watchman. Al yitain lamot raglecha al yanum shomerecha. He doesn't assign your feet to stumble. And I'm going to say, nor does he sleep. Nor does he sleep, your watcher. Nor does your watcher sleep. Nor does he slumber, rather. Verse Dalet, 4. Hine lo yanum velo yishan shomer Yisrael. Behold, or look, check it out. Lo yanum, he doesn't slumber. Velo yishan, and he doesn't yashan, to sleep, to fall asleep. Shomer, the watchman, the watchman, Yisrael, of Israel. You could also interpret that the one who watches Israel. Okay, hold on, my kitty is trying to come up. You can come. Okay. He's a good fella. Ziggy had a hard day today. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Kind of makes light of what's going on in the land. All right. Okay. Verse Hey. And I've decided not to go too super deep with these, with the what we take away from Ugaritic and Akkadian and these other things, because I want to get through the whole psalm today. This is one of our weapons to use against the enemy. And I really hope you guys, as you go through this and you learn the psalm, that you'll be praying this, on behalf of Israel. Okay, verse Hey. Adonai shomerecha. Adonai tzilecha. Al yad yaminecha. Adonai is shomerecha. He is your keeper. The shomer avcha. He is your keeper. He is your watchman. I'm going with a different shade of the meaning here, because oftentimes with Hebrew parallelism, if you have the same word used in different ways and it has different shades are implied, especially in poetry. Like the psalmist is going to be so dull to just use the same meaning over and over again. Okay. Adonai shomerecha. Adonai is your keeper. Adonai tzilecha. This means Adonai is your shade. He's a shadow for you, which I find really interesting, that some people, when they read in the apostolic writings that the Torah is the shade of the Messiah, who is of the somatos Christos, the living body of Messiah, right? That it's the shade or the shadow that he's cast, and they somehow interpret that as meaning that we don't need to keep the Torah anymore. We don't need to do those things anymore. It's really quite amazing, because all throughout the Bible, usually, tzel is considered to be a good thing. The shade, especially in the August in the Negev. Adonai tzilecha. Adonai is your shade. Al yad yaminecha. By the hand of yaminecha, of your right side. Verse Vav. Yomam hashemesh lo yakeka. V'yareach balayla. Yomam means by day or daily. The word is yom. Daily, it's like adverbial there. Hashemesh, the shemesh, the sun. This is where we derive the name Samson from. Shimshon. He's like little sun. His mommy name, like a little sun, little star. Oh, yes, my kitty's looking at me. He had a hard day today. Good boy. A little bit of trauma, yeah. Lo yakeka. Lo yakeka. Now this is interesting. Dr. De Vera, I wonder if he's seeing this or not. Maybe give me a comment down below. There is, the root is nacha, right? We know nacha, to strike. So this is a he-fill form, and it looks like you're duplicating one of the letters there, right? The root is nacha, nun, kaf, hey. Now that is a pei nun verb, meaning it starts with a nun, and the nun has gone away. See, that's why it's inside the kaf there. And then naka is a lamed hey verb. The hey has also gone away. No, it's not. Oh, that's for Hamas, the middle finger there. So, and the yod here is kind of giving us a hint that it's the he-fill. So it's to cause to strike, right? To cause to strike. So the idea can be like to cause to strike down, or like a stone from a sling, right? Or like to pierce the skin, like you're being struck by the atmosphere, by the harmful effects. So yake, and then the ka, what's that ka at the end? This is an older way to spell cha at the end. That's a kaf. It's just not the final kaf we're used to seeing. Because the hey, this was doing double duty. Sometimes it's a consonant, sometimes it's a vowel. When you see it at the end of a word, a lot of times it's telling you it's an ah sound. Sometimes eh, like Moshe, but usually an ah. So this ka is just the ending for you. So the sun by day, lo yake ka, it won't nacha you, it won't strike you. Ve'yarech, nor the moon, balayla, in the night. So you might have noticed something about the moon here. Notice that the sun, ha shemesh, it has the article on it, the sun. And even though I said the moon, because it's just natural to translate it that way, especially when it's in parallel with the sun, it actually just says a moon, ve'yarech, and a moon. It's not determined. So what's happening here? Well, as we've seen in a lot of Hebrew poetry, certain particles, certain words can serve a double duty function. You write it once, you use it twice. It extends force, sometimes even beyond the verse to the next verse. So what's happening here, we have a ha. Okay, we don't need it here. This is a double duty ha. Technically a double duty hal. It's applying the force of definiteness, the, to both shemesh, sun, and yareach, moon. Probably what happened was poet needed another syllable. All right, verse Zion. Oh, so what's the moon going to do at night? Right? What could the moon possibly do? Now, Dahoud mentions about, I can't remember who it was, one of the scholars that he was studying for the Psalms. Oh, Ehrlich, I think it's Ehrlich, that the moon is actually, ein harmloser Gazelle. He's a harmless fellow. So why is the poet making a fuss about the moon? And he proposes some kind of emendation to change areach to kerach, right? Like the cold. So the heat of the sun being represented by heat at day, and then it should have been kerach, right? But I don't like it when we change the consonantal text unless it's absolutely necessary. And there's really not a need here. In the ancient Near Eastern world, many of the ancients, they believed that the moon did exert harmful influences on people. I mean, this is where we get the word lunatic. Luna, meaning moon. A lunatic, someone who's influenced by the moon, right? In Matthew 17:15, the Greek selinazetai actually means moonstruck. So I'm not going to read the name of the source for that because they actually spell the name of God out in the title of the source, of the article. So, all right. Verse Zion, and we're almost done. Adonai yishmorcha mikol ra'ah, yishmor et nafshecha. Adonai yishmorcha. Adonai will protect you. So, shamar being the verb, to protect. And it's nice because the psalmist was using shomer up above, right? Shomercha, shomer, shomer Yisrael, shomerecha. And now he uses just the straight verb, yishmor. So the yod is he, yishmor, he protects cha, you. It could be he will protect you or he protects. It could also be just expressing an ongoing, he has protected, he is protecting, and he will protect. Remember, in biblical Hebrew, we don't really have past, present, and future. It's not really concerned about time as much as it is about aspects. Mikol ra, like Yehonatan was speaking about, for any of you on our Hebrew Literacy channel, he was mentioning this the other day. Mikol, mi, so here it is. Now he's behaving nicely and easier to follow. Min, there's a dagesh in the kaf. Mik-kol, because that noon assimilated. Just like illegal became illegal, min-kol became mik-kol. Mik-kol, from all ra, evil, or any kind of bad thing. Yishmor et nafshecha. Yishmor, he safeguards, or he will protect. Et, we don't translate. Nafshecha, the nefesh of cha, your nefesh, your life. Verse Chet. Adonai yishmor tzeitecha uvoecha me'ata ve'ad olam. Adonai yishmor, again, he protects, or he will protect. He will watch over. Tzeitecha. This is kind of hard to recognize what's happening with this word. So, tzeitecha, it's an infinitive from the verb yatsa, which is a pei yod verb. And oftentimes when the verb starts with a yod, that yod will go away. And so yatsa, this is the infinitival form, tzeit. Tzeit means like a going out, right? An exiting, right? A going out. So tzeit, the going out of cha, okay? Which we make it sound better in English with infinitives when we say you're going out or your goings out. Uvoecha. And bo, infinitive of to come or to arrive, of cha. So your returnings, your comings in, your goings out and your comings in. Now there's a deeper meaning to this. In Tanachit, when you talk about going out and coming in, this usually, very often has the idea of military, right? Like Joshua is the one after Moshe to take the people out and bring the people in, right? Meaning leading us into battle, going into battle and coming back out, right? So Adonai yishmor tzetecha uvoecha. Adonai will safeguard your military campaigns. Me'ata ve'ad olam. May, now it's may because it can't be meh, because the ayin in atta can't take a dagesh, it can't double. So the meh lengthens to may. I would really love to make an animation sometime, or if somebody's good at animating, maybe you could do it for us. You have the min, right? And the noon becomes a little dot, and he tries to go into the letter, and usually he sticks. But he gets rejected out, and he comes down, and he gets next to the other dot. The chirik dot becomes a tzeri long. So may, from atta now, ve'ad, and until, olam, forever. Very appropriate for what's going on. So let's read through the psalm one time, and then we'll be done. For those of you who want to pray this, I really appreciate you pray this for our army in Israel. For so many of them are young people. Just pray that Adonai would protect their comings and their goings. Okay, I'm trying to get out of the way here. Hold on. שיר למעלות, אשא עיני אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. עזרי מעם אדוני עושה שמיים וארץ. אל ייתן למוט רגליך, אל ינום שומריך. הנה לא ינום ולא ישן שומר ישראל. אדוני שומרך, אדוני צילך על יד ימינך. יומם השמש לא יככה וירח בלילה. אדוני ישמורך מכל רע, ישמור את נפשך. אדוני ישמור צאתך ובואך. Me'ata ve'ad olam. All right, shalom, shalom. Please make sure to pray for our troops, and as always, sha'alu shalom l'Yerushalayim. Diligently ask for the peace of Jerusalem.